Hello, this is Frank Neely from HeartlandDiaryUSA.com, bringing you news every conservative can use. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date. OMG, what are we seeing in Iowa? After the unmitigated disaster of the Democratic Iowa caucuses, the Democrats seem to be going into a suicidal rage. Now, as you will listen, Craig Melvin on MSNBC interviews Zerlina Maxwell, the director of progressive media, whatever that is, for Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign, blames the Iowa voters for low turnout because of systemic racism in Iowa. Apparently, white people don't care enough because, quote unquote, white children are not in cages. You just have to hear it to believe it.
Yeah. I want to ask you, Zerlina, about this is something that came out of our entrance polling, and this caught my attention last night. This is Iowa caucus entrance polling. Here's the full screen: 35%. There it is, right there. 35% of voters caucusing this year were first-time caucus goers. 44%. That was the number in 2016. Democrats have long leaned on President Trump being a motivator for voters. Those numbers don't bear that out. Should that concern Democrats?
Yes, but I think for a different reason than a lot of folks probably will think. And maybe I'll be the only person to say this today. The Iowa caucus is essentially the perfect example of systemic racism. 91% of the voters in Iowa are white. The reason why you see a drop in turnout, I'm just speculating here, it could be perhaps that white children are not in the cages. So when you're talking about the tangible pain that black and brown people are feeling, they feel a sense of urgency because their kids are being put in cages, right? And so if you have 91% white electorate, that sense of urgency may not be reflected in the turnout numbers. I'm not saying that's the reason for this.
No.
It could be a factor.
We're going to talk a little bit more about some of these factors in just a moment. Adrian.